I'm pleased to now welcome our last speaker from Clarke Energy, who will give us a presentation about natural gas cogeneration, trigeneration application, and the potential pathway towards decarbonized energy systems. I'm very pleased to introduce Mr. Rajguru, who is the Deputy General Manager responsible for marketing, both in India and in Bangladesh, from Clarke Energy. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you so much. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, we can.
And I'm also audible?
Yes, we can hear you too.
Great. Good evening, everyone. Firstly, I would like to thank all the earlier presenters, Mr. Khatal, Mr. Ahuja, and Mr. Mittal for sharing information in specific to the biomass or the bagasse-based cogeneration application. I would also like to thank Cogeneration Association of India and team CWC for giving us this opportunity. In my small presentation, I will cover following topics. I will introduce our company, Clarke Energy, our India presence, the kind of product offerings that we have for India geographical area in specific, a typical sort of electricity calculations for CHP plant using reciprocating gas engine technology that we have been promoting in India geographical area. What are the major barriers or the major barrier in specific to the use of natural gas for cogeneration applications, and what is going to be the likely way forward? There is a lot that has been spoken in specific to renewable energy, but in our presentation, our focus will be on natural gas-based cogeneration as India is moving towards being a gas-based economy where its share in the energy basket would be increased from the present level of 6% to 15%. Quickly, Clarke Energy is an authorized distributor for INEO in 27 countries worldwide. Our focus is both on natural gas and non-natural gas applications. We have positioned ourselves as an EPC contractor for gas-based captive, cogeneration, trigeneration plants, and as well as the biogas upgrading solutions. We are headquartered in UK and are a service-driven organization with a very strong service ethos. Global experience in power generation solutions, both natural gas and non-natural gas application, close to about 8.2 gigawatt of installed base. We understand the local challenges, market drivers, and inhibitors in all the 27 countries that we operate in. For India operations, our headquarters is in Pune, state of Maharashtra, with satellite offices in New Delhi, Calcutta, Chennai, and Vadodara. We also have several regional service centers located throughout the country, as well as 2 central spares facilities. In India, we are close to about 500 megawatts, out of which 400 megawatts is on natural gas, the cleanest form of fossil fuel, and close to about 100 megawatts on waste to energy projects. Presently, we do see a momentum in non-natural gas applications, with natural gas cogeneration application being limited to the oil and gas industry sector players like Reliance, COGEN Energy, Oil India Limited, and ONGC. These are the 2 product offerings that we have. The figures are slightly wrong when it comes to INEO's Yanbaker gas engines. When it comes to natural gas application, the capacity is from 330 kilowatts to 10.38 megawatts single machines. And when it comes to the non-natural gas applications, it is 250 kilowatts to 3.3 megawatt single machine. Our first installation when it comes to India geographical area was at Kanoria Chemicals Ankleshwar, wherein we supplied a 1.4 megawatt CHP plant. In that particular distillery sector, the spent wash underwent the anaerobic digestion to generate biogas, which fueled the gas engine to generate electricity. And in the process, the waste heat that was available in the exhaust flue gases was fed into a waste heat recovery boiler to generate low pressure stream. INEO has two brands of gas engines under its umbrella, Yanbaker and Vokesha. Vokesha engines predominantly operate as rich burn units and are more suited for mechanical drive applications where efficiency is less of a focus. Yanbaker are high efficiency engines designed for low emission and are specifically used for power generation application. Clarke Energy offers a flexible delivery model starting with a single gas engine or a biogas upgrader or biogas upgrading plant coupled with biogas fueled gas engine to make the plant self-sufficient energy-wise, to supplying power modules wherein waste heat is recovered for steam generation, hot water, hot air generation, or generation of chilled water for air conditioning application, process chilling. Clarke Energy can supply a turnkey installation of a multi-engine power plant. Cogeneration, as we all are aware of, also called as combined heat and power CHP system, are configured to produce both electricity and useful heat. Yanbaker CHP systems utilize heat produced during the combustion of the gas in the engine and facilitate process efficiencies in excess of 90%. This efficient form of energy conversion achieves primary energy savings of about 40% by using a gas engine cogeneration system as opposed to separate electricity and heat generation equipment. Cogeneration plants are typically embedded close to the end user and therefore help reduce transportation and distribution losses. I would like to share a typical cost benefit analysis for a cogeneration plant wherein the base requirement of the customer is power generation, and in the process we are able to generate a low pressure steam by installing a waste heat recovery boiler on the exhaust flue gases. Now, taking into consideration the high natural gas pricing which today prevails in India, of course, there are several reasons for it, which maybe I will discuss at the last of my presentation. You can see even by considering, the steam generation benefit, your net effective power cost is close to about 12 rupees 17 paisa as against the grid power rate of rupees 10. In earlier times, by using a natural gas based cogeneration, trigeneration sort of a solution, the industry was able to have a positive spark spread. But today, we are not in a position to go ahead and have that sort of a benefit for the industry. Now, what are the reasons for that? India's gas-based economy actually can be a bridge to a transition or a gateway to energy security. In the year 2018, the government proposed to increase natural gas primary energy mix contribution from its current level of 6% to close to about 15% by the year 2030. Now, the gas-based economy of India faces many challenges, which few of them is what I would like to share with you. India, the world's third largest energy consumer and the fourth largest importer of LNG, depends on imports to cover 45% of its gas demands. In India, we have got two pricing regimes, one for domestic gas and one for imported gas. India also adjusts the price of domestically produced gas once every 6 months in accordance to the market conditions which prevail outside. This continues to make new investments undesirable and makes precise demand forecasting challenging. There is competition from other sources, which is also a challenge. Low-cost coal and renewable energy, particularly in the power industry sector, continues to be a significant barrier. According to the report of the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Energy, there are close to about 14.3 gigawatt of stranded gas-based plants with a total investment of more than rupees 650 billion, majority of which the money has been lent by banks. Another issue is capacity utilization of LNG facilities within India, and the examples have been Ennore and the Kochi terminal. Customers' costs rise because of low utilization, which also damages profitability and results in non-performing assets. The cost of natural gas in India is skyrocketing. The crisis between Russia and Ukraine have caused a sharp rise in the gas price in the global market. As a result, imports are now expensive. Now, the basic reason that we have identified for non-use of natural gas for cogeneration, trigeneration applications today is natural gas utilization and pricing mechanism. Presently, natural gas sector is fully regulated in India with pre-existing price setting mechanisms and tax and subsidy structures. This has created substantial distortions in the market and disincentives for increased energy efficiency and usage of a cleaner fuel. Now, let me cite an example here. India's fertilizer industry cannot absorb high gas price because that would result in higher food prices for a large portion of the population. As a result, the fertilizer industry receives priority for domestically produced natural gas. Industry and electricity, as a result of this, both industry and the power sector have to depend on imported natural gas, which is relatively expensive. If the India government wants to really increase the share of natural gas in the energy mix from the present level of 6% to 15%, it is important to implement a comprehensive market-based pricing mechanism for natural gas across all the sectors of the economy. in our opinion, with natural gas, it is imperative that we just not take into consideration the marginal fuel cost, but also factor in the added benefit in terms of air quality and the health cost for the Indian population. Natural gas is also subjected to state VAT structure, and not covered under GST. As a result, its price exhibits significant regional variations. Consumption is discouraged by cascading taxes, which in our opinion, we feel that natural gas needs to be covered under the GST regime. In short, though a biogas fueled cogeneration, trigeneration applications are still being considered by certain sectors, and to name the wastewater treatment plant, where majority of the projects which are currently being executed do have a sewage based cogeneration, trigeneration project being implemented, all with the intent of trying to make the water treatment plant self-sufficient energy-wise. Natural gas-based application has taken an inferior position. With this, I would like to thank the organizers once again, and ready to take questions if any. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rajguru. Excellent presentation, very informative. A lot of potential for natural gas-based CHP. Of course, the right policies have to be in place to support the uptake with the eventual transition to more decarbonized gases. So thank you for your presentation.